I'm about to show you how one simple mistake with Social Security could cost you over $100,000 in retirement. And the worst part? Most people don't realize they've made this mistake until it's too late. If you're anywhere near retirement age, the next 10 minutes could be the most valuable investment of your time this year. Here's what nobody tells you about Social Security. The system is designed to be confusing. It's a maze of rules, exceptions, and loopholes that can either work for you or against you. And the difference between getting it right and getting it wrong? That's not just a few $100s. We're talking about life-changing amounts of money. Let me give you a real example. Two people retire at the same time. Same work history. Same earnings. But one person claims benefits at 62, while the other waits until 70. Fast forward 20 years. The person who waited has collected over $120,000 more. Same work. Same contributions. Completely different outcomes. So let's dive into the 5 biggest mistakes people make with Social Security. These are the errors that financial advisors see every single day. And every single one of them is completely avoidable if you know what to look for. Mistake number 1. Claiming benefits too early without understanding the permanent reduction. This is the most common mistake, and it's also the most expensive. When you claim Social Security at 62, you're not just getting a temporary reduction. You're locking in a permanently lower benefit for the rest of your life. Here's how the math works. Your full retirement age is somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on when you were born. If you claim at 62, your benefit gets reduced by about 25 to 30%. That doesn't sound terrible until you realize this reduction never goes away. Even when you hit 70, 80, or 90 years old, you're still getting that reduced amount. Let's put real numbers on this. Say your full retirement benefit would be $2,000 per month. If you claim at 62, you'll get around $1,400 instead. That's $600 less every single month. Over 20 years, that's $144,000 you've left on the table. And remember, Social Security benefits are adjusted for inflation each year, so the gap keeps growing. But wait, you might be thinking, if I claim early, I get more years of payments. Doesn't that balance out? Good question. The Social Security system is designed so that if you live to average life expectancy, the total amount you receive should be roughly the same whether you claim early or late. But here's the catch. Life expectancy is just an average. Half of people live longer than that. If you're in good health, if you have longevity in your family, or if you're a woman who statistically lives longer than men, claiming early becomes a really bad bet. You're trading guaranteed higher payments for decades in exchange for a few extra years of smaller checks. The math simply doesn't work in your favor. Mistake number 2. Not coordinating benefits with your spouse. This is where things get really interesting, and where most couples leave enormous amounts of money on the table. Social Security has special rules for married couples that can significantly increase your total household benefits. But you have to know how to use them. Here's what most people don't understand. When you're married, you're not just deciding when you should claim your own benefit. You're making a decision that affects your spouse's benefits too. Both while you're alive and after one of you passes away. This is especially important if there's a significant difference in your earnings histories. Let me explain with an example. Say one spouse earned significantly more during their working years. The higher earner should usually delay claiming until age 70 to maximize their benefit. Why? Because when one spouse dies, the surviving spouse gets to keep the higher of the two benefits. If the higher earner waited until 70, that survivor benefit will be much larger. Meanwhile, the lower earning spouse might claim earlier, bringing some money into the household while the higher earner's benefit continues to grow. This strategy can increase your total lifetime benefits by $50,000 or more compared to both spouses claiming at the same time. There's also the spousal benefit to consider. If you're married, you can claim a benefit based on your spouse's work record instead of your own. This spousal benefit can be up to 50% of your spouse's full retirement amount. For people who didn't work much or who had lower earnings, this can be a game changer. But here's where it gets tricky. The timing of when each spouse claims affects these spousal benefits. If your spouse claims early and reduces their own benefit, it also reduces the spousal benefit you can receive. This is why coordination is so critical. You're not making two independent decisions. You're making one joint decision that affects both of you for the rest of your lives. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the impact of working while receiving benefits. A lot of people want to ease into retirement. Maybe work part-time while also collecting Social Security. Sounds reasonable, right? But if you do this before reaching full retirement age, you could be in for an unpleasant surprise. Social Security has an earnings test. If you claim benefits before your full retirement age and you're still working, your benefits get reduced if you earn too much. For 2024, that limit is $21,240 per year. For every $2 you earn above that limit, Social Security withholds $1 of your benefits. Let me show you what this means in practice. Say you claim at 62 and start receiving $1,400 per month. But you also keep working part-time and earn $30,000 for the year. You're $8,760 over the limit. Social Security will withhold $4,380 from your benefits. That's over 3 months of payments you won't receive. Now here's the part that confuses everyone. Those withheld benefits aren't completely lost. When you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your benefit to account for the months when payments were withheld. Your monthly benefit goes up slightly. But you have to live long enough for those higher future payments to make up for what was withheld. For many people, that break-even point is well into their 80s. There's another consideration too. If you're still working, you might still be paying Social Security taxes on your earnings. So you're paying into the system while simultaneously having benefits withheld because you're earning too much. It's a double hit that catches a lot of people off guard. The smarter strategy? If you plan to keep working, seriously consider delaying your Social Security claim until you actually stop working or until you reach full retirement age. Every year you delay increases your benefit, and you avoid the whole earnings test problem entirely. Mistake number 4. Forgetting about taxes on Social Security benefits. This one shocks people. They assume Social Security is tax-free because they already paid taxes on that money when they earned it. Wrong. Up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be subject to federal income tax, depending on your total income. Here's how it works. Social Security uses something called combined income to determine if your benefits are taxable. Combined income is your adjusted gross income, plus any tax-exempt interest, plus half of your Social Security benefits. If that number exceeds certain thresholds, your benefits become taxable. For individuals, if your combined income is between $25,000 and $34,000, up to 50% of your benefits may be taxable. Above $34,000, up to 85% can be taxed. For married couples filing jointly, those thresholds are $32,000 and $44,000. What does this mean in real terms? Let's say you're single and receiving $24,000 per year in Social Security. You also have another $30,000 coming from a traditional IRA and some investment income. Your combined income puts you well over the threshold. You could end up paying federal income tax on over $20,000 of your Social Security benefits. This is why tax planning before you claim Social Security is so important. If you have control over when you take other retirement income, you can potentially minimize the taxes on your Social Security. Maybe you do some Roth conversions in the years before you claim. Maybe you tap taxable accounts first and delay IRA withdrawals. These strategies can save you thousands in taxes over your retirement. And don't forget about state taxes. While most states don't tax Social Security benefits, some do. If you live in Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, or West Virginia, you need to factor in state taxes too. Some people even consider moving to a different state before claiming benefits to avoid these taxes entirely. Mistake number 5. Not considering your own health and longevity. This is the most personal decision of all, and it's the one where there is no universal right answer. Social Security's break-even analysis assumes you'll live to average life expectancy. But you're not average. You're you, with your own unique health situation and family history. If you have serious health issues, if your family history shows shorter lifespans, or if you have financial needs right now that outweigh future benefits, claiming early might make sense for you. The guaranteed money today could be worth more than the possibility of higher payments decades from now. On the flip side, if you're in excellent health, if your parents and grandparents lived into their 90s, if you're taking good care of yourself, delaying benefits becomes much more attractive. Women especially should think carefully about this. The average woman lives about 5 years longer than the average man. Those extra years of higher benefits really add up. There's also the question of other retirement assets. If you have substantial savings in IRAs or 401k plans, you might not need Social Security immediately. You can live off those assets while letting your Social Security benefit grow. This is especially smart if you're in a low tax bracket now but expect to be in a higher bracket later. Take the taxable retirement money first while your tax rate is low, and save the more tax-efficient Social Security for later. But here's what you absolutely must do. Run the numbers for your specific situation. Don't just go with your gut or do what your neighbor did. Use the Social Security calculator on the SSA website. Better yet, talk to a financial advisor who specializes in retirement planning. The filing decision is too important to guess at. Let me tie this all together. Social Security is likely going to be one of your biggest assets in retirement. For many people, it's worth more than their home or their retirement accounts. A benefit of $2,000 per month for 25 years is worth $600,000. If you optimize your claiming strategy, you could add another $100,000 or more to that total. But here's the thing. Once you claim, you're generally locked in. You can't just change your mind later if you realize you made a mistake. There's a 12-month window where you can withdraw your application and pay back what you received, but after that, your decision is permanent. This is why getting it right the first time is so critical. So what should you do right now? First, create your account on the Social Security website and review your earnings record. Make sure everything is accurate. Errors in your earnings history directly reduce your benefits. Second, use their calculators to see what your benefit would be at different claiming ages. Third, if you're married, run scenarios for different combinations of claiming ages for you and your spouse. And finally, don't rush this decision. The default age of 62 is default for a reason. It's when most people claim. But most people aren't optimizing their benefits. Most people are leaving money on the table. You don't have to be most people. Take the time to understand your options, run the numbers, and make an informed choice. Remember, we're talking about potentially 6 figures in additional retirement income. That's worth a few hours of research and planning. Your future self will thank you for taking this seriously. Don't let these 5 mistakes cost you the retirement you deserve.